Hello, beloveds, and welcome back to this channel. In this session, we are going to be doing a little bit of freestyle. Whatever comes out, comes out. And just like in the first video, I'm going to roll the dice to get a little bit of a plot going. And then we will tap into the cards for a bit more detail. This time, instead of using Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, I'm going to go into the Angel Tarot. If I feel guided to reach for another deck, I will do so. In the meantime, I'm going to take a sippy sip. And say a quick prayer. Source of all it is, was, and will ever be, I thank you today and each and every day for all that you do and all that you do through me. I call upon you at this time to guide me in summoning the ascended masters, prophets and prophetesses, and the angels of the highest white light for protection, guidance, and clear and concise communication at this time. Please give us the courage and strength necessary for us to face all the challenges that are before us right now. Wrap us in your mighty wings and protect us from harsh negative energies. Thank you for always being there for us. Please surround us in your light of protection throughout our day. Be at our side and guide our words and actions to come from a place of love. Please clear our energy and vibration completely of negative thoughts and beliefs, releasing fear and self-limiting beliefs. Help us to fully and completely experience love, light, and joy that is present in every moment and guide our paths for our highest and greatest good. So it is, so it is, so it is. Alright, we'll just move this out of the way so we have the table space. And let that burn, baby, burn. Yes. Refining by the fire. That's what we're up to. Alright, so here we go with the dice. If you tuned into the last one, you know the drill. We're going to roll 1 and then we're going to roll 3. However many times I feel guided to roll. Okay? So now is the time where you think for a few seconds about that one burning question or concern or situation. We roll 1 die. Okay? And then we'll go from there. Again, this is freestyle. So whatever comes out, and it's timeless. This one is going to be timeless. So whenever you see it, it is meant for you. Okay? All right, let's go with 1 first. And we have the number 2. So, issues concerning your love life, or someone who's crushing on you, or someone you are crushing on. That's 3 different scenarios right there already. Indecision, having options. Having options and not knowing which direction to choose. 444 on the timer as I said that. And then what comes out? Sink. Financial stability as well. Some of you may feel as though one or the other is affecting the other at this time. Like the conditions of your vocation or employment are affecting your love life, or someone you're crushing on, or someone who's crushing on you. Finances. Always something going on. Somebody playing around with our bag, I guess. That's not the way the cookie always crumbles, though. So we need to stop telling ourselves that something always goes a certain way, because the great I am says yes to that, and then we end up with more of that. And a number 2 again. So, having multiple options. And some of you, this involves someone who has a similar vocation, similar interests in terms of how you support your livelihood. Someone's hanging the mistletoe at work, crushing on someone at work, or worse. I don't want to say better, because if it's happening at work, it's a no-no. And the number 3. Yes, I am correct. A happy surprise, something good that is unbeknownst to you is on its way. Somebody is being naughty and hanging that mistletoe at work. You do understand that most places are 0 tolerance, and that's considered insubordination. Ooh, and the number 5. Some of you are doing this to outperform others in order to meet the status quo. That's what I'm hearing. And this has to do with someone who has left an impression on you. Someone who you don't know. Or someone you don't know well. Like, this could be somebody you met in passing, or like as you're walking to the cafeteria on your lunch break, if you work in in that type of setting, or someone you came across during your travels, if traveling is part of your vocation, a complete, utter stranger, or someone you just may know of by name, but you don't know anything about them personally. So, it's either going to affect your finances or your personal life, one way or the other. Put it where it fits. One more roll with one die, and we have the number 3. A dream that you have been laser focused on is about to come true, whether it pertains to your vocation or your love life. And the answer to your question, if it was a yes or no, answer is yes. It also can mean that the encounters are good. Just keep it clean at work, guys. Come on now. Especially when most people who do that kind of crap at work, is because they're hiding it from their home life. And the only time they can do those type of deeds is when they leave the house. Let's bring in all three. A 6, a 1, and a 2. Go for it, but you're going to have to take a loss. Because love or a crush is showing up again. As well as that indecisiveness. Some of you either are or you will be dealing with a little bit of loneliness. My loneliness is killing me. And I must confess, I still believe. Oh boy. Those shenanigans are going to get you in trouble. So, major loss. Major loss for those of you in shenanigans. But for those of you who are not hanging the mistletoe at work, it's more like a wedding in the future. With the 6, the 1, and the 2 added together. Making a 9. Wedding bells. Wedding bells. Success. So either a successful relationship coming together or a reconciliation of some kind to improve a relationship or to upgrade a relationship. Wow. Well, it's like very polarizing at the same time. So we're just going to give it one more roll for a little bit more detail. And we have triple 2s. Wow. Impressive indeed. 3 2s. Turning an even number into an odd number, interestingly enough. And then when you add them together, it goes back into an even number. But here we are. If you are dealing with someone who is the one being indecisive, the answer is going to be yes to the question that you're waiting on an answer for. Or someone is going to choose you over another. But that other I'm getting is a vocation or a job position. It's not another person. It's like they're going to choose you. It's like they're going to give up their janky, mundane, matrix job to take a leap of faith with you. That's the vibe I'm getting. But with it all added together to make a 6, here's the thing. There's still going to be something that is going to be of a loss that is important to you. To you. Something you are going to have to give up. It could just be a silly habit. Well, maybe not silly to you, but it could be silly to them. But otherwise, it's looking great. Go for it. One more roll. The 1 is canceled out because it went way out of the range here. So we're just going to look at the 6 and the 2 coming back out again. Go for it when it comes to love. This is great energy. Or your crush, or excuse me, someone who's been crushing on you is going to take the plunge, and they're going to probably make a pass at you sometime very soon. So this is also when added together, what goes around comes around. You reap what you sow. So keep putting out those good high vibes. Your you is either returning to you or coming towards you. You are attracting who and what you are at this time. Yeah. You are attracting who and what you are at this time. And you are being guided to discern before making any important decisions. Do not act with haste. Do not rush things. Otherwise, it's going to cause nothing but immense confusion. All right, let's go into the Angel Tarot. Wow, it's getting dark. I even have my blinds open. The wind is picking up. One more shuffle. Alright, and now we're going to do a split. Here we go. Into the Angel Tarot for a bit more details on this. Something great coming in. and being guided to not act in the haze. Tell us more about this, something good coming in, but also being guided to not act in haze. Can you give us a bit more detail on that, please? Take it slow is what I'm getting. Take it slow. Take things slow. Let things simmer. Out comes the Emperor. Wow. Yeah. Take things slow. Take things slow. You're taking back authority over your life, which can also, in and of itself, create a little bit of confusion for you. Temporary confusion. For some of you, you may have been used to relying on others to not really rule over you, but kind of run the show, take charge. Like you left the being in charge part up to others. Or that's just the way that it turned out. Some of you willfully and some of you unwillfully handed over that control. And now you're getting that authority back in your life. And some of you don't know what to do with it. Or you're just kind of at a standstill, like, okay, what next? Time to get a bit more structured, organized. There will be setbacks. But these setbacks are for your discipline. You are being remolded and refined to be the best at what you do. You are the best at what you do because only you can be you. But you may not know that yet. I'm getting like some of the collective total doormats. Like yes man energy all over the place, saying yes to everything. And now we're being guided to be like, no man. No man. That's right. Discern, discern, discern. This is why you're being guided to take it slow. 2332 on the timer as I said that. Let's look at that number because I'm feeling as though there's something significant about it. 2332. Recognize that there arrives a time in life when we have to be responsible for ourselves and others. We have to mature and grow up because people will count on us to be that emperor, to be that empress. 2424. Wow. Some of you have lived multiple lifetimes over a span of 2,300 to 2,500 years. But nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to talk about the keys that we do carry with us, even though we forget the visuals. For some of you, that love interest is going to come through and show you what it's like to be loved correctly. But there is also going to be boundaries. And those boundaries are going to push you to be a better version of yourself. Not much going on behind the scenes with the moon card in reverse. Let's keep going. Tell us a bit more about this Emperor energy and getting organized. Ace of Earth, a promising business venture. I see it now. So for the majority of you, this is going to be majority pertaining to your vocation, but someone who cares enough to see you succeed, who wants to see you succeed. They are that love interest. Love can be expressed in numerous ways, in clean, healthy ways. And it's looking to me like he has his eyes on that redhead over there. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, but for real, let's look here, okay? So we have, let's look at both up close. Huh. So both of these cards have artistry that are showing like snake-like features. So we're going to look into that. Creature teacher. The animal totem. 4. We'll call it the boa. It's boa. Totem. Protection. Symbolizing protection. As well with transformation, renewal, and healing in many cultures. As the shedding of the skin symbolizes the process of letting go of the old and embracing the new. They are also seen as symbols of intuition, wisdom, and patience. Strength, protection, and resilience. Teaching us to adapt to challenging situations and trust our instincts. Well, that just pulled that whole plot that I was just speaking on all together just now. We're being guided to mount up, armor up, and adapt. In clean and healthy ways. I don't want to have to repeat myself. A strong connection to intuition and inner wisdom. Being guided to be more patient, resourceful, and protective of our loved ones. being adept at navigation. Some of you can even fly, you just don't know it. Or you did in a past life, and there was something to learn from that experience that is still within your DNA right now. That's right. So what you're being guided to let go of is certain behaviors and limiting beliefs. Literally standing in the way of your destiny. And although the boa constrictor empowers us to embrace our inner strength and resilience, it's like no matter what we say or do to resist this transformation is meant to occur. It's part of our destiny. It's part of your destiny. And sometimes we are led to all new experiences with all new circumstances. So at this time, we're being guided to pay closer attention to the specific context in our encounters for deeper insight. Some of you are feeling a bit constricted or limited in some aspects of your lives. Pay attention to what might be invoking those feelings and that experience. Is it a fear? Is it an insecurity? Is it an actual person holding you back from fully embracing your transformation? Yes, in this instance, we are actually being guided to reflect on the negative aspects and address them in order to experience full-on personal growth. And then comes the healing. A whole chunk of cards. So let's get into the details. Being a team player. Being a team player. Justice is on our side with Archangel Raquel. And it is the year of the number 8. Raquel is the angel who brings about harmony and balance in relationships. Just so you know. Ace of Air, and that's the truth. The great I am knows that as I work through these oral traditions, I am the truth and I am speaking the truth. And you are being guided to, yes, even with that boa constrictor energy, peek in on the details, the negative details. Seeing the truth. Seeing the truth of situations. We also have the dreamer. This is the Fool card. Starting back at 1, going back into the void. But inside of that unknown is opportunities that are going to come in for you as a surprise. With the Knight of Water, some of you are actually going to be invited to a social event. And my light just went out. This weather is funky. Hold on. Now we'll just put on a different light. So funny. That way we can see the cards. Like, oh my goodness. Amazing. Now imagine that. We can read the card. Emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, and contemplative. I don't always read knights as people. So far, I'm getting that this is not your energy because the collective is the Emperor in this story. Male or female. Emperor, Empress. At the top of the game here in terms of already existing energy after thousands of years of multiple lifetimes. I'd say you have quite the experience under your belt. But yes, some of the collective are actually going to be invited to some kind of social event, and this is where things are going to kick off. You're either going to see fireworks in your vocation or you're going to see fireworks in your love life. Heck, perhaps a handful of you, maybe one or two. A little bit of both. And I did mention that the moon came out in reverse. Well, it showed itself in reverse a little bit ago. Well, it came out with that stack of cards that wanted to be separate for some reason. So this is okay. So this social event was planned behind the scenes. I'm getting that some of you even took part in planning this social event without even realizing that you were helping to plan this social event. With the Six of Water, yes. And it was giving a sense of nostalgia, like a sense of familiarity. It was like the planning, the coming together, all of it is just like second nature. It's all part of the flow because it's meant to happen. It's meant to happen. We have the Three of Air, but guess what? It's in reverse. It's in reverse. So, this is the end of a sad time or a sad situation. You are already taking the time to heal. Or otherwise, for some of you, these are going to be situations that you heal from rather resiliently. We have the King of Earth, but also in reverse. Which is fine because we still have the Emperor energy present. So, a false emperor is about to get knocked off their throne. That's what I just heard. Yep. And with this Two of Earth, they were juggling too much. Or they are juggling too much. So, for some, this false emperor is not necessarily a bad person. They're just not the right person for that particular position, whether it's decision making in a relationship or it's decision making in a vocation. And this is where the collective comes in. A position of leadership in Archangel Michael. Yeah, there are some copycats when it comes to that out there as well, but hey. Some people don't want to learn from you unless they like what they see on the surface. And that's pretty bogus. Because you could have been hit in the face with a frying pan and have a beautiful heart. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Yeah. They don't have anything to offer except their good looks. And that's what they consider to be their Midas touch. They can woo, woo, woo the crowd with their pretty face. That success is short-lived. Because they went from having 0 options to too many options. And in comes the real deal, Archangel Michael showing up again as the King of Air. Speak your mind with confidence. I am, and I will, and I do. We're being guided to continue to work on balancing or maintaining balance, especially when it comes to our emotions. So balancing our emotions is out here twice. It's like I'm getting this is a person coming through, man or woman, but someone who is brilliant, impartial, uh, upholds professionalism, but is also a bit more diplomatic. This person is coming through to prevent us from being misled any further. And it's going to mean something different to everyone. Yeah, life is a beach until it turns into a tsunami or hurricane. Then what? Then all of a sudden you're like, oh man, I should have went to the mountains. Or something like that. Not literally. Yeah, at the bottom of the deck with the Six of Air, the end of a difficult situation. And since that energy is now showing itself twice, that concludes the message for this particular video. The Six of Air, things are looking up. And again, confirmation that some of you are going to be traveling for work, or you do travel for work, and these encounters are going to occur at these social events or as you are traveling for work. Let me know what you think as it happens down below in the comment section. Keep it kind and keep it clean, or you will be blocked and deleted. Thank you so very much, beloveds, for tuning in. Much appreciation and gratitude. I hope these messages find you well. Until next time, brightest blessings. Happy Tuesday.